It's a really good indicator. Everything to do with how fit I am spiritually. So if I am in proper condition, I can handle any situation with grace. Give them space. But if I'm upset, ask myself, what's going on with me? It's making me react, because I hardly ever react. At least not externally. And I'm lucky to see these things so clearly, even if they're ugly. Because at least I can see them. It makes sense why people like me are so stigmatized. Because they want you to keep believing lies. They don't want you to trust your own eyes. They want you to trust whatever they tell you is there. But I've always trusted my instincts. Because they ain't going anywhere. That tells me not to trust what the sheep tell me. I have an instinct that tells me not to trust any authority figure. I have an instinct that tells me that what the majority of people do are stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. I also have an instinct that tells me not to brag about these things that I think that I know. Because I could be wrong, even though I'm hardly ever wrong. But it's nothing to brag about. It's more something to thank God about. Really. Everything good that you see in me comes from the one that made me. Everything good that I do is from the one that wants me to. Everything good that you see that I'm able to follow through on, there's the one that made me strong enough to do it. Well, because I am extremely resilient. This is true. This is a fact. And if a lot of people do something, I tend to want to do the exact opposite. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because most people are wrong. Because they're not conscious. If you're not conscious, how could you possibly not make really terrible decisions on a regular basis? And if you're the type of person to point out this about the society that you live within, if you're the type of person to point this out about the people around you, they don't like being found out. And I'm not the type to get in your face. I'm not an abrasive person in the slightest. I really hate those types of people. So I keep my mouth shut. But I'm still going to make my art that's going to offend you. That's why I make so much. I can't not make all that I make. Because there are so many things I want to break. was somebody, you guys already know, you guys know what I'm about to say. There was somebody that was mad because I refused to learn chords. Well, learning chords is the only way to like play music, you know? I don't think that I would be better if I learned chords, you know? But I'm not very good at learning stuff like that. I'm just not. Like, I need to get over, damn it! You guys are driving so fast! Okay, just wait for this car. Just wait for this car. What was I talking about? Oh, chords. Yeah, so I'm not very good at learning stuff like that. That's why I was being seemingly stubborn. It's just my brain doesn't function like that. I mean, my piano teachers couldn't teach me. So that's why I refuse to take this very well-meaning advice by somebody that has my best interest always. Okay? Some people just don't, they don't learn things in that linear way, you know? And I really enjoy the way that I play. And I don't think I'd be able to play this way if I had learned in a classical way. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not jealous of Fiona Apple. That doesn't mean that I'm not jealous of Tori Amos and, well, really any person that can play piano. I'm a little jealous. But at the same time, like, I play it in my own way and I really enjoy it and I still get something out of it. So it doesn't matter that I can't play the way that they play, you know? But it is beautiful, though. It is beautiful. But it kind of figures that I would approach the piano from a very, like, punk-ass perspective. I mean, that's literally why I call it piano punk, because it's very, unconventional. I mean, I don't know anybody that plays piano when they drive. I mean, if there's anybody that you know that does that, you better let me know about it. Because I want to know who these people are. Look at that shit. Isn't that beautiful? You know, yesterday there were like no fucking clouds. And this friend of mine who I work with, he was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Weather machine, hello." What's funny is that like people will keep saying that's some stupid conspiracy. It's not. Like, what the fuck do you think cloud seeding is, dude? What the fuck do you think HARP is? I guarantee you, if something sounds like it's just absolutely preposterous and it couldn't possibly be true, it probably is. Like, I'm not obsessed with conspiracies. A lot of people probably think that. I'm just more conspiracy oriented. You know, if you're conspiracy oriented, I actually think that's a lot cooler than being a conspiracy theorist. Because when you're a conspiracy theorist, you tend to like obsess about certain things. I just know that I don't trust what I see. I don't trust what I see. I don't trust what I'm told. And I think anything's possible. Especially the stuff that people think, oh, that's just ridiculous. Like, you know,
celebrities being replaced. I think that the whole AI is like proving what they've already been doing with technology. So if you go on Google and you put it in like AI mode, and I've done this because I'm just curious, I'll look stuff up, and it's amazing like how like they just make shit up. And that's so easy to do. Like, social media is just exploiting the fact that people will believe anything, you know? And unless you do extensive research on a particular subject, and what that means is looking up stuff that doesn't go along with what you want to believe or what you think is true, okay? So this is something that I do in relation to, like, you know, psychiatry. I talk a lot about psychiatry. I talk a lot about, you know, different personal theories that I have about things. A personal theory is different from an actual conspiracy theory, okay, because it's my own bullshit. And I'm not claiming that I know anything, all right? I'm really not. So if you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm totally open to that. I'm used to people disagreeing with me. I believe I've said this. But, yeah, so, if I'm looking something up, like in relation to, I don't know, the shots. Well, that's a good example of what I'm talking about. The shots. So, for those of you who don't know, I have always been against that stuff ever since I was a little kid. I don't like the idea of foreign things going into my body. Like even drugs that are enjoyable, you know, like MDMA and LSD, things like that. Even drugs of that nature, like I am leery to do because they were made in a lab. That's why I haven't done very much of them. I mean, I'll fuck with plants all day long, but one of the reasons why I speak out about the cannabis that's out right now is because it's being like genetically modified and it's not being grown in the right way, and they're just taking the plant and raping it. Like they're destroying a lot of its actual medicinal benefits so that they can make it more addictive and put people in a state of psychosis. So, yeah. It's good to be mindful of things like that. But anyway, I don't want to go off on another tangent, but where's my other shoe? There it is. I need to like put like a string around them to like keep them together, you know? That makes sense. That's what they do in the stores. They need to figure out how they do that. But anyway, yeah, so I'm leery about pharmaceuticals, but I don't want to be so leery about that stuff that I refuse to look at any positives. I don't want to be so convinced of my own personal narrative and the things that I think are true that I refuse to look up anything contrary to what I think is right. So yeah, like when those shots were out, when they were really pushing them, they're trying to coerce people into taking them. To me, right there, that's proof that it's not good if they have to coerce you into doing something. Anything good doesn't involve coercion. But anyway, I looked up a lot of like politically correct stuff. I looked up a lot of mainstream information. And, you know, a lot of stuff on like historical websites. So, most people though, they don't really believe in things because they actually believe in things. It's just because they're told. These things work. We've been doing them for years. You've been told to do them for years. That's why you've been doing them for years. You can't really prove that they work. The only thing you can prove is that you've been told that they work. You know? But you can't really argue with somebody that's in that state of mind. That's why I just stopped. I don't care about it anymore. I'm not gonna get into an argument over something that we're never gonna see eye to eye on. There's just no point. Like, I'd rather us have a pleasant conversation than get into an argument over something that, like, I know you're never gonna see it my way, I'm never gonna see it your way. And it's not because I haven't tried to see it your way or, like, understand why you see it the way that you see it. Because my parents are, like, extremely in favor of everything that they're told to do by the media and their doctors and everything. They just march in lockstep, you know? And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm the way that I am, but like, my whole family's like that. And so I have empathy for that. It's got to be that's got to be a pretty daunting thing, you know? Like, I can understand, like, why my parents don't want to, like, look deeper into that stuff, because if they did, oh my goodness, look over there, it's so beautiful. I can understand, like, why they don't want to delve into those subjects, because then they're going to feel like their whole life's been a lie, and everything they've been told is bullshit. Yeah. Welcome to my world, baby. But, like, yeah, I think that that's too hard for a lot of people to accept. Because that is a really dark fact. I mean, I think it's a fact. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that would make people, like, not want to live in the world anymore. And so, yeah, that's why I make so much art. That's why I have to do it my way, because, like, I know that the way of the world is fucking death and destruction, and I'm good being an outcast.